Hey everyone, and welcome to my asexual character recommendations video. We are currently in Asexual Pride Week, so what I thought I'd do today to celebrate is talk about some of my favourite books with asexual characters in, and then also talk about some of the books that are on my TBR that also feature asexual characters that I have not read yet. So, let's talk about them. I'm going to start with one of my favourites, and that is Nancy from Every Heart's Doorway. If you do not know what Every Heart's Doorway is, or the rest of the Wayward Children series is essentially a series of short novellas, and they are portal fantasies about children who have gone through doors into various magical worlds, and they have now come back again, and they're trying to adjust, and they end up at Eleanor West School, where they can either learn to adjust to being back in our world again, or they are waiting for their doors to reappear so they can go back to the worlds they belong in. And this first book is focusing on Nancy, who has just come back from her perfect world. She's trying to adjust to being back in our world again, and she meets the rest of the children who have been through very, very similar experiences that she has, and Nancy herself is asexual. And most of the characters in this series are queer, but I was so thankful that the first one in this series was asexual, because it is part of my identity, and it was just so much fun to read about someone who is asexual like myself, especially in a portal fantasy. I really enjoyed this book, and actually this whole series in general is just fantastic. I highly recommend it. Then we have Victor Vale from the Villain series by V.E. Schwab, and I love Victor because I just love the Villain series, to be honest. This is about two people who get superpowers, and they end up essentially going at loggerheads at each other, trying to kill each other. It's kind of like, imagine Charles and Eric from the X-Men, but they're trying to kill each other instead of, you know, whatever Charles and Eric are trying to do, to be honest. But anyway, Victor himself is asexual. It is confirmed in the second book, and I love him so much. Everyone in the series is incredibly morally grey. If you like morally grey characters to seriously villainous characters trying to kill each other, superpowers, comic book type heroes and villains and this kind of thing, check out Villains. It is so good, and Victor is asexual, so you also have that representation in this book, which I absolutely love. Then there is also Gwenpool, because I could not be making a list about asexual characters without mentioning Gwenpool, who is this character right here. She is essentially a massive Marvel fan. Imagine me. Essentially, she is a massive fan for the movies, she's a massive fan for the comics, and then she gets pulled into the Marvel Universe and is now living the life I want, which is living within the Marvel Universe. She's literally living with mutants. But besides the point, she is also asexual and aromantic. She discovers this in Marvel Love Unlimited, where she tries to go on dates with men and women and it does not work out for her, and she realises that she is asexual and aromantic, and it is a beautifully done story. It is so well done. I really enjoyed it. And then it is continued in Marvel Voices Pride 2023, where she is still talking about her identity and talking about how much like pride she has for being asexual and aromantic. This is the kind of, I don't know if you see that, there you go. This is the kind of artwork we're looking at, and it is just a beautifully done story. So well done. I really enjoyed it, and I love Gwenpool. Gwenpool is definitely one of my favourite characters of all time in the Marvel Universe. I adore her, and I already adored her, and then I realised she was also asexual, and that just meant even more to me because I related even more to her as a character. I'm not aromantic, but I am asexual myself, and it just felt so cool to see a character like me within the comics. It was beautifully done. I loved it. Editing me quickly jumping in here to say I cannot believe I forgot about Yelena when I was making this video, because Yelena Belova, aka the White Widow, aka Natasha's sister, is also asexual and aromantic. It has been confirmed within the comics when she's talking about the fact that she is just completely unbothered by sexual relationships, romantic relationships, all of that kind of thing. It has also been confirmed by her writers as well. It has not been confirmed in the MCU yet, but fingers crossed for that, because I really hope they actually go into that maybe in the Thunderbolts movie or in any later Yelena project. But she is also an asexual and aromantic character who definitely needs a shout out in this video. And then the final one that I've read recently is Raybearer by Jordan Ifueko, and this book has a whole range of queer identities in there, but there is a character in this series who realises that they are asexual, and it is done really well, and the world of this is brilliant. The story is absolutely brilliant. If you love fantasy and all of this kind of thing, you have to check out Raybearer. And there is an asexual asexual character in there as well, which is just an added bonus. And then finally, I've got 2 books that I want to quickly mention that have asexual rep that I have not read yet. The first one is This Golden Flame. It's by Emily Victoria, and I'm just going to read you the synopsis for this one. It says, orphaned and forced to serve her country's ruling group of scribes, Caris wants nothing more than to find her brother, long ago shipped away. But family bonds don't matter to the scriptorium, whose sole focus is unlocking the magic of an ancient automaton army. In her search for her brother, Caris does the seemingly impossible. She awakens a hidden automaton, intelligent with a conscience of his own. Alex has no idea why he was made, or why his father, their nation's greatest traitor, once tried to destroy the automatons. Suddenly, the scriptorium isn't just trying to control Caris, it's hunting her. Together with Alex, Caris must find her brother and the secret that's held her country in power for in its power for centuries. And this just sounds really, really good. I know this has got asexual rep in here. I don't know how well it's done though, but I'm hoping it's going to be really good because I have heard people say that this is a really good book, and I really want to read it soon. I pre-ordered this in 2021, and I haven't read it yet, so it's about time I did, to say the least. And then the other book I really want to read is Alice Oseman's Loveless, and this one is about a girl trying learning about her ace identity in college, and I have not read any Alice Oseman that is not Heartstopper, and I really want to give her books a try, and I figured why not start with the book about asexuality. So I really want to read this one soon. I just haven't got to it yet because I'm waiting for it to come through on my library, which will hopefully happen soon because I'm really desperate to read this one, to say the least. And that is the end of my favourite asexual characters recommendations video. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give me a thumbs up. Comment down below, tell me who your favourite asexual character is. I'd love to know. Or if you don't have that much time, leave me a pride flag emoji down below to let me know that you were here. I'll also leave a link as well down below to all my social media if you want to check it out, including to the Comic Book Sanctum, which is my website dedicated to Marvel Comics, which has got a lot on there about Marvel Voices Pride, Gwenpool, all of that kind of stuff if you want to check that out. I'll also leave a link as well down below to my Bookish Etsy store if you want to treat yourself to something bookish today, including to this Ace Pride merch that I have available right now. Or if you just want to see any more of my videos, please click subscribe here, and over here will be the link to my previous video. But till next time everyone, bye!